Hello, everyone. Welcome to another class with Digital Skillup Africa. My name is Nancy Baba Ali, and with me is Mr. Kingsley Adele. It's nice to have you all in class. And compliments of the season. Hi, Yudi. Welcome to class. Hello, Priscilla. Hi, everyone. It's been a minute. I hope we're all pumped and ready for today. Hi, Stella. Welcome to class. Hi, Stephen. Welcome to class. Thank you. Welcome, Peace. Welcome, everyone. Good evening, Remy. Nice to have you in class today. Thank you, Philip. It's nice to be here too as well. Hi, Olua. Hi, Olua Kemi. Compliments of the season to you too. Hello, Jeanette. Welcome to class. Hi, Abigail. Yes, I did. Thank you very much. I hope you too. You did. I hope you had a wonderful day. So at the back end, I was able to. Yes, Andrew, it's been a minute. Thank you, Joseph. Welcome. Welcome, Miss Zion. It's nice to have you in class. So, like I said, or like I was saying, from the previous classes, the back end, I was able to notice that Mr. Kingsley was putting you all through some of the project management tools, which he did really well, if I may add. And he's also in this class sending his regards with our amazing team members, Faith and Iya. They're all saying hello in their own nice way. And Mrs. Samuel. So, without further ado, we've been able to make it to week 8 of our curriculum, and after week 8 we'll be going to week 9, which will be the project evaluation, mentorship, and hackathon. But this week we'll be speaking mostly about ethics and rounding up on the project management DSA course itself as a whole. So today's topic will be on leadership styles in project management. I hope you all are ready for today's class. Hi, Susan. Welcome to class. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Ifoma. Welcome to class. So, without further ado, I think we can go into today's class without much hassle. I mentioned that we would be having three subtopics. This week under ethics and the closing. First will be leadership styles in project management. Second will be ethical considerations in project management. and professional responsibility. Thank you, Chris, for the go ahead. So, like I said, leadership, leadership styles in project management, approach and behavior exhibited by project managers. So, on the table of contents, we have leadership styles in project management, which is the topic for today, ethical considerations in project management, and three, professional responsibility. So, without further ado, let's go into the course. Once you hear leadership, what comes to mind? Let's first come back here. When you hear, let's personalize it. When you hear leadership, what comes to your mind? What is the first thing that comes to your mind the moment you hear about leadership? Anyone in the class can just, comment. Okay, Danielle said to lead. Adachi said to influence. Sarah said a position of power and influence. That's nice. Rami said provision of direction. Alexander Bameyi Namo said to lead someone. Okay. Tobiloba said, okay, good evening. Thank you very much. I hope you have a lovely week too as well. Abiodun Zinsu said to lead a group of people. Baribor said influence. Olabisi said taking the lead. Lara said to serve and lead. Okay. Omolola said to be in a position of authority. Oyetemi Adesola said, what comes to mind is making decisions for a group of people. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is really good. Bukola says, being responsible to lead. Ayankule said, leadership speaks kindly, leader respects the team. And Stephen said, leadership means influencing people towards a shared goal. Philip said, carrot and stick. Okay. Okay. I don't know how. Okay, let's proceed. Rahim said, being able to guide. Lesson said, to influence and guide. So pretty much what you people have been able to say is that to be able to lead from the word leadership itself. And you're not just leading an animal place, but you're leading people, right? Because in project management, what are we doing? We're leading people. So means that everybody already has some form of direction on where we're heading today on leadership. All of you guys did perfectly well. Very impressive comments and contributions to everyone in the comment section. A plus plus. Okay, so moving to the next slide. Said leadership. So here we have leadership is the art of getting others to do something. The art of influencing, the art of directing, the act of motivating, the act of influencing. I said influencing persons, people, group of people to be able to make decisions that should be able to benefit or to influence people to make decisions that are to your benefit or to the benefit of a project or to a benefit of a thing, right? In general. But in project management, we're going to say leadership is the art of getting others to do something that will benefit the project, team members, and individuals themselves, right? So, and to lead is also defined as to run in a specific direction, to direct, to be first. Leaders typically are the ones who go first. So, even even during the time of Jesus, we notice that Jesus was always taking the lead, always making decisions for the disciples, always guiding them, always mentoring them, right? I'm saying that, yeah, pretty much saying being Christ like is being able to make decisions that, renders profit and benefit to the person or to the individual himself rather than gains of the world. But this is me deviating. Leadership is you directing a flock, a fleet, or people or persons in order to make decisions that will be beneficiary to a project, to even you yourself as a person based on the project, and to make sure that everybody is carried along in a good manner, right? Thank you very much, Comfort, for that contribution of to lead by example, not to rule. Thank you. So, in the third paragraph, we have the process of influencing the activities of an individual or a group in efforts towards goal achievement in a given situation or to induce subordinates to work with zeal and confidence. You know how we're always talking about your role as a project manager is to motivate people, how your role is to be able to decipher and how to be able to properly um, and discreetly give tasks that are well aligned to the persons or team members in a group, right? Or in your team in general. So, like it said again, I'll take that. The process of influencing the activities of an individual or a group in efforts towards goal achievement in a given situation or to induce subordinates to work with zeal and confidence. Let's take a look at what people have of what my project managers are saying in the group in the comment box. Okay, so Ayobami said leadership is about inspiring and motivating the team, which is very good. Young Harry said leadership is taking up the role in guiding people through a path and making sure they succeed. Comrade Taiwo said being leader not a boss. Okay, who is that? That asked the question. Okay, in your bong blessing asked what is subordinate? A subordinate is like your junior or someone in lower ranking or position or a person under the authority of an organization that is most likely um, below you as a project manager or just persons that are not, at maybe mid-level or depending on the level you are. Just in a nutshell, junior. Your juniors at work that you are maybe meant to guide or to lead them. Yeah, you're welcome. Blessing. So let's move to the next slide. So importance of leadership. Okay, Fumilayo said leadership is all about influencing people towards achieving set goals. So good. That's so beautiful. Uh, okay. Thank you, Olubumi. Um, Comfort said subordinate someone lower to your position. Thank you, Comfort, for also adding and answering blessing. In the next slide, we have importance of leadership. So a leader motivates employees for higher output through motivational techniques. Excuse me. Employees need counseling to reduce the emotional disequilibrium and to remove barriers to effective performance. Develops team spirit, inspire confidence, and strive for effectiveness. Utilize time productivity to get things done by people by the proper time management. Thank you, Bisola. Likewise, I've missed you too. Welcome to class. Leadership is the ability to create new things and seeing it to a successful end from Stella. That's beautiful. It's about service and playing vital role in making sure those following succeed. Thank you, young Harry, for adding to the class. So yeah, importance of leadership. In the first part, we said that, or it's written that you as a project manager or as a leader, as a project manager, you automatically become a leader, right? You automatically become a leader. You are controlling a fleet. You're controlling a flock. You are at this point like a shepherd, right? You are directing, you are managing, you are guiding, you are protecting everybody's interest and also your interest and the organization's interest. So most of the times, for persons that work in, uh, in a very good workspace, in a good office space, if you have a good project manager, a good HR, or a good boss, you would tend to notice that they are persons that want to know about everybody. They don't just know your names because of the paycheck at the end of the month is something that they have to sign off, but they know every single person. They know family members. They know your strengths. They know your weaknesses. They know what challenges you may be facing that's not making you productive, right? As a leader, you're meant to not see yourself as the higher hierarchy. For me personally, I feel you being a leader means that you are now meant to even be at the lowest position in order to be able to fully communicate with persons and fully understand where everybody's mind is, where everybody's headspace is. Just because of you're in a higher position doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to know what everybody in your team or in because it depends on the organization, right? There are some organizations that are very big, there are some that are small, there are some that are just, the right amount. But I feel like as a leader, you should be able to know at least your members or your teammates or your staffs or employees by at least by their first names, right? By their first names. Some form of um, importance for this person, less alone you knowing their departments and what they do and commending them for their hard work. So, as a leader, your role is to understand your team members, your employees, understand their strengths, their weaknesses. That does not give space for you to let them, walk over you. But the fact that you're stooping down in order to be able to understand and help guide and help influence their decisions is what makes you a leader, right? Okay. Joseph added, a project manager is a leader, being at the lowest place, be a servant leader. Okay. Stephen said, and leaders are interested in the welfare of their subordinates and team members. You can't, I feel like Stephen has said it all. And Ayubami said, project leaders must anticipate potential risks and create contingency plans. Somebody is sounding like a professional project manager, which I'm very proud of. Okay, welcome to Social Master class. It's nice to have you. Welcome. So yeah, and then in the next paragraph, it said employees need counseling to reduce the emotional disequilibrium and to remove barriers to effective performances. If you notice, we said that communication is like one of the most important things I feel in life generally. Communicating your emotions, communicating your successes, communicating your role. Proper communication can get you to the right places, can open doors for you without even you knowing. The act of being able to express yourself properly, be it in literal form, be it in writing, orally, I feel like you should be able to refine your communication skills, to groom your communication skills, to embody your communication skills. Confidence can get you so many places, and communication and confidence is the best combo that can get you into a lot of doors. So yeah, and like we also mentioned in other classes, we were able to explain how characters of team members, right? From those that are highly motivated to those that easily fall off work, to those that can be lazy, to those that are, highly motivated, critical thinkers, to the analyzers, and the likes of them. So many other amazing that we have been able to speak about in our other classes. So that gives you a head start in order to be able to move as a leader. The fact that you can understand each and every person and to be able to know how to better make decisions that will benefit not just you, but also to the organization as a whole, right? So, yeah, okay, so in an organization where you have a portfolio program and project managers who actually is a leader. So, your superiors above you, right? Most of this could come due to more work experience. Some of this could come due to longevity in the workspace. Most of this can, different factors may apply on why whom may be on top and who may not be on top. But then it depends on how the company's organogram is. Organogram is, right? So yeah. Um our next slide. Okay, so utilizes time productivity to get things done by people by the proper time management. And also another point about leadership is that most of the time as a leader you're meant to make sure that everybody is on track, everybody is in time, even the decisions that I'm making are decisions that will not affect team members, projects, or the organization itself. As a leader, you also have to be very time cautious. You also have to be very disciplined. You also have to be very careful with your management. Okay, Joseph David added that being assertive in your communication as a project manager aids your delivery too. Yes, being assertive too helps. It depends on, the, like I said, the team members that you've picked. Because you have the level headed, you have the ones that would want you to have more strictness with them. There's some too as well that you don't even need to be all strict. They are really professional with their jobs. So they just know what to do. So, like I said, you always have a role to play, and you always have um, an understanding of what role to pick for which persons, and in which instances you're meant to switch or switch less. And then we concept of leadership, which would be in the next slide. Yeah. So on the concept of leadership, we have leaders are made, not born, right? No, you've not missed way too much, Oluwaseun. You're quite right on track. So leaders are made and not born, not inherited. So there are some persons, right, that naturally they have an amazing aura, right? They come and you see them, they look well put together. People just instantly see them and they follow, right? I'm sure a lot of you too in the comment section, some of you persons might be able to have this gift, and some persons, may not be able to, get there yet. So, funny enough, as much as you take it as a gift, a lot of people were able to be consistent in what they found out about themselves, and um, mature with it, harvest it, invest in it, and like I said, they're now currently harvesting the fruit of their labor. Being able to be confident takes a lot of work. Being able to communicate takes a lot of work. Being able to have the charisma for people to follow are also skill sets that those persons themselves had to learn about. There are a lot of TED Talks that um, I believe as an individual you should be able to watch, um, that are that for those are for persons that do not like to read, or at the go you just I feel you're not having much time. You're having much time on your hands and you want to learn some of these skill sets. There are a lot of TED Talks that I believe as a person you can watch, and from just that step that you take in order to learn how to refine how you speak, how you talk, how you can influence people, how you can communicate with people with some ease, because all of these things are skill sets that you find in books, and you also get to find in some of these educational videos too as well, right? Okay, Comfort Grace, thank you very much for your point that said some leaders are born. Jesus was a born leader. Okay, yes, okay. But before Jesus even was a full-blown leader, he also served, right? He also served. I feel like he was under his earthly father, which was Joseph, right? Whereby he was learning how to, he was learning craftsmanship. He was a carpenter before he became, our shepherd, right? So all of these things too. I'm not saying that Jesus wasn't born with it. Jesus is born with it. Jesus is Jesus. But as a person, you still also have to be able to know how to refine some skill sets in order to, gain them in your favor, right? Stephen said, I think a good leader should know how to strike a balance between being assertive and sometimes coming down to the level of the lead so as to see things from their perspective. Thank you so much, Stephen, for adding that in the group. Olufemila said, a leader must know how, when, and where to do the right thing. True. Very, very true. Okay, Olushola said, yes, Jesus gave in to full services and went through experiences that shaped and prepared him for his assignment. Thank you, Olushola, for adding that amazing point as well. So, right, um, yeah, like I said, I'd urge you to read books that will help you when it comes to leadership, and also watch TED Talks videos on YouTube that will teach you how to talk, how to make hand gestures, how to stand, how to communicate with people, both body language and the likes of them. Yes. So as a leader, you need to be able to be an embodiment of trust. You don't need to be you don't need to be somebody that when people see they are skeptical of following. They need to see that at some point they can fully trust you with making decisions for them. I won't trust anybody that just comes with maybe the first day of a meeting, even though times are changing, right? I won't trust anybody that would come to the office with biker shorts and a shirt and sneakers and just comes in waving around, being loud, saying whatever. Oh, I'm the new MD and I'm here to direct everybody on how to do their roles, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, I'm not going to trust you. I'm not going to believe that you're competent for the role, even though I haven't, fully gotten to hear your side. As a human being, the first thing we do is always judge. I'm sorry to say, but the first thing as a human being we do when we see someone is that we first judge. We first put them in a box. We always put people in a box. As much as you would want to deny it, oh, you don't put people in a box. Trust me, the moment you see somebody, you first put the person in a box before you understand or you hear the person out. It is a fact. It is a fact, a psychological fact about human beings, right? So, how you carry yourself, how you compose yourself, how you communicate with people, the humor you use as well is very important as a leader, and faces you're seeing. You understand the likes of them, how you compose yourself, hand gestures, eye gestures, body language. You get, these are things that also help in leadership. You need to make people trust you and then accept you, right? Right? Yeah. So books on leadership from authors like Steve R. Covey and Sam Adeyemi ETC can help building leadership skills. Thank you, Ayetomi, for that. Ayobami said, know yourself, be aware of others, and understand how to respond to different situations and events. I like to this class. I feel like I already have like amazing leaders in this class. So yes, a leader must be an effective communicator. He or she must be a good listener and teachable. Very big on teachable. Very big on. I capitalize with you, Oluwatoyin, on teachable. As a leader, you should be willing to learn because you never stop learning. As a leader, every day is something new. You must learn something new. You must speak something new. You must try to understand. Be open minded. Oyetomi said leadership comes with trust, capacity, and responsibility. Ufuoma Abowo, sorry, Ufoma, yeah, Ufoma said. So in other words, appearance matters. Appearance matters too as well. I'm sorry to say, but how you are dressed is how people address you too as well. So you have to come in clean. You have to be clear. You have to be put together too as well if you want to lead. Would you be liked to be led by would you like to be led as led by someone that comes, let's say in would you like somebody to just come with um let's say boho shorts and a t-shirt to a firm that they make everybody dress corporate to and doesn't know what or doesn't look like he knows what he's doing? How you are like I'm always going to say how you dress is how I would address you. I'm very sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry for me. I think maybe it's your end. I don't think my voice is easy. Oh, we have another book from Olushola. How to Win and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Thank you so much, Faith. Um, a good leader must be a visionary. Capitalize on visionary. Thank you so much, Tina, for adding that. A leader must have foresight from Umodare. And as a leader, be respectful and humble, be a good role model to the team. Yes. And Oluwakemi said, leader should command respect, be respectful, and look out for his co-workers. Thank you, Oluwakemi. So yeah. So it's all functions which help you to watch tech videos, watch videos that will help you when it comes to communication and leadership roles, and also read the books that your amazing colleagues too as well have been so kind to share to as well in the comment sections. And yes, so thank you, Kuba. A good leader must be proactive and futuristic. Yes. So now everybody's character is strength and everybody's weaknesses in order to know who to put when there is a lapse or there's a gap. As a leader, you're not just you're not just criticizing people. You're also you're also motivating. You're also refining. You're also improving them. You're also adding value to them too, as well as able to impact at least, let's say in a company of 10 and you're the project manager, if you're not able to at least help impact one person, I think you need to go back to the board and see how you should be able to have just that one person that you have touched his or her life and inspired, right? So authority, power to influence, the conduct and reactions of others. So, as a leader as well, one of the qualities you're meant to have is also how to be calm, also how to be regal, also how to be those are things that a good leader must be able to do. Yes, Julian added, a good leader must be a good listener. A good leader must be a good listener. Yeah, apparently it's not working. I just had to what's the word? Restart my PC. Can you hear me now, Faith? Because thank goodness. Should we proceed? Oh, okay. Today's class will. Uh, I think the battery is almost dead in my what do you call my mouse because it's refusing to work. Okay, 5 more minutes. Okay, I thought it was 4 because this is 8:06. I think they kind of heard. Okay, okay. Thank you, everybody. We still have to wait for like 3 minutes before we go into class so that everyone can take their attendance. Thank you, Stella. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, thank you, guys. Sorry about the glitch. It was going on for more than I expected it would. But we're good now, right? So we were speaking. Thank you so much, Oluwapomilayo Williams. I have had a very long day. Thank you. I will eventually get to what you told me to do. So we are done with concepts of leadership, right? And we are now in four factors of leadership. I'm sorry, you can't hear me? This is serious. Okay, okay, okay. So I think it's from your end, Yusuf Aminat. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I had taken the last slide. So demanded when progress authority power to influence the conduct and reactions of other influence power. So demanded when progress towards group goal is blocked. So in a nutshell, what this last line right is trying to say is that most of the time the role of a leader is to be able to help groups when they get blocks, when they get um is it creators block or writers block, when they are at their lowest, right? The goal of a leader is to be able to not just take himself out such such situation, but to be able to carry everybody too as well. So yeah, that's it for the last line of the paragraph of sentence. Sorry. So we have four factors of leadership. And what are the four factors of leadership? Leaders have honest on I'm sorry for the typo of the first line. Thank you. And then we have followers. We have followers know his people with good understanding of human nature, which is needs, emotions, and motivation. Yes, I am here, Faith. And then we have communication. Bad communication harm relationships between and follower, between leaders. God of my Lord. So yes, followers. Followers know his people with good understanding of human nature, needs, emotions, and motivation. I told you it's not just about professionalism and just the direct do's and don'ts. Not everybody can fully process their emotions well. So as a leader, you should be able to know how to carry such persons, how to treat such persons, how to understand such persons. And then we have communication. Bad communication can harm relationships between a leader and follower. So yeah, yes, to be lower, it's actually supposed to be um, leaders have honest understandings of themselves and others, and they know what they can and cannot do. And great leaders convince their followers. Sorry about the typo. It's bad communication. Hence the communication part itself, which says bad communication harm relationships. This is a very good example. Bad communication harm relationships between leaders and followers, or followers and leaders. An example of bad communication. And then we have style needed for each situation. So there is always a style, there is always this style that you need to follow I'm guessing the network is a lot to this. I have no control over it due to the rain. Yeah, the network. Okay, so we're back. So we have leadership styles. The manner in which a leader interacts with his or her subordinates, according to Kurt Lewis from 1939, we have the following. Yeah, yes, so Biloba. A good leader doesn't judge everyone with a flat line. That's good. We have the autocratic or the authoritarian, which decides alone, centralized power, dictates all activities, determines all policies, abusive, I don't know if most of you can connect with the authoritative or the autocratic style. Thank you, Chris, for the joke. Um, yeah. Now we have the democratic. Under the democratic, we have participative consultative. We have include one or two in decisions. We have open communication system. We have friendly interactions, and we have welcome suggestions. Right. So, and then in the third, which the laissez-faire, we have leader is less involved. Followers make decisions. Employees analyze situations. Independent activity encouraged. Team members set goals. So these are some of the um, leadership styles. And in the next slide, we can see the other leadership styles include work by the book, that's follow rules rigorously, staff follow procedures, that is areas of safety risks, missionaries, toxic substances, dangerous heights and handling. And then we have transformational, which is inspirational approach. Leader slash follower motivate each other. We have inspired teams constantly with a shared vision of the future. The oh, under the transactional we have let me take it back. The laissez-faire. Um, well, the network is really bad from my end because of the rain. It's raining over my end. So I think that's what is making the network a bit unstable. Hence why the fluctuations. It's beyond me as well. Yes, Adebayo. Laissez-faire is also referred to as carefree leadership style. True. Yes. Uh, reward slash punishment for team performance. We have team members can lead. We have the third point, which can evaluate correct train subordinates to make it to desired level. Task oriented. Um, focus on getting the job done. Quite autocratic. Define the work and roles required. put structures in place, plan, organize, and monitor. While for the servant leadership, we have fierce power, puts the need of employees first, helps people to develop and perform, sees leadership as opportunity, force of personality. People are naturally drawn to the leader by his self image, which is so yeah, as we were saying, there are different styles, rather sorry, of there are different styles of leadership from the leader that makes decisions based on just himself, believes he is the best in making decisions for the organization and the team, to the ones that will always have one or two trustees to listen to help make decisions for him and the teams or for his subordinate, to the leader that is not really as active or just decides to give all power to the team members, to his employees, and the ones that want to make sure that you follow the books, are bureaucratic about everything. And we have the transform always you get always motivating you to do your best. Either way, if you do well, you get a reward. If you don't do well, you get punishment. And down to the tax oriented, which wants you to get the jobs done. Okay. Um, I think we should be able to wrap it up as soon as possible because the network keeps throwing in and out of class and my slides. Okay, guys. We stopped at leadership skills. I still haven't had control. I still don't have control of my slides a bit, but yeah, we're supposed to be at leadership skills. Um, Stephen asked a very amazing question, which is very insightful, which is, Nancy, based on going by what you and Mr. Kingsley have told us so far on PM, is it appropriate to conclude the best style to adopt is democratic, transformational, tax oriented, and charismatic? Um, it's never really up to you fully, right? There's going to be different people, different backgrounds, different workspaces that you would go to. It is at your best discretion for you to choose which of this skill set or leadership skill you would want to apply. Most of the time, I know and charismatic or democratic, or um, yeah, transformational or transaction. I can be autocratic by I'm not abusive. No, 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 I'm far from abusive. But I can just decide that I want to make decisions from henceforth for some of the decisions on the project. Or I just decide because we've been lagging off. There is always a flexibility for you to always move. You're not just always going to put yourself in one box, right? So there are times Okay. Honestly, we'll be done for today's class. Um, in the last slide, I wrote about leadership skills, right? And on the leadership skills, he would always want you to know how to trust each one and each one of yourselves. We have the short range view and we have the long range view perspective rather. They'll always ask how and when, a manager, but a leader will ask what and why. We have eye on the bottom line, eye on the horizon, and we have initiates and originates as the last pointer of a manager and a leader. So like, yeah, I said a manager and a leader will have these two differences. And this is the last slide before the class, before we leave the class. A manager will accept reality, focus on systems and structures, relies on control, such short range view, asks how and when, eye on the bottom line and initiates. While a leader will always investigate reality, focus on people, inspires trust, long range perspective, asks what's and why, eyes on the horizon, and originates. So, guys, today has been a bit of a hassle being able to communicate with one another because of like um, the questions, the network rather. But I'm really sorry about that, and it was also beyond my control. But this is what we were able to. At least we are able to reach the end of the the session for today. And do not worry, you'll still get the slides, and I'll still make sure to review this by tomorrow. So I still haven't gotten the clarification from Dennis. And this could be asked in the next class too as well. Um, Today was a bit slow. Not really a bit slow. It was actually slow because of the network glitches here and there, and the rain being a factor. So it was affecting the network. So let's just hope tomorrow is a better and brighter day, and we'll get to always do a recap, right? We'll definitely do a recap because clearly being flung in and out of the class was not really planned by anybody here. And I want to say a big thank you to everybody that was able to still try to pick one or twos. And yeah, thank you so much to my team members, Mr. Kingsley, for being at the back end. He also sent his regards. Thank you so much to Faith and Mrs. Samuel. I have an amazing team members that are always doing their best too as well to try to help with the troubleshooting. So I'm so grateful to them, and I'm grateful to everyone. Grateful to Stella, grateful to Steven, Lara, um, to Dennis, to everyone. Do have a wonderful day and night to persons that are about to go to bed. And I can't wait to see you in the next class. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Bye.